Direct brought us back to how you chose this subject and things like that. Brought us back to that time when you choose this subject.
Sige, basically yung background ko kasi graduate student. And then may thesis akong ginagawa na may involving archival research. So when I was looking at the archives during September 1972 issue dun sa mga local newspaper ng Naga, dun ko nakita yung last two headlines, which was yung Colgante tragedy and yung declaration of martial law. So basically coming from someone na hindi naman na-experience yung period na yun, no, it parang brought almost visceral effect sa akin na goosebumps ako, tapos parang yung void, yung kawalan nung information ko regarding that period, mas naging somehow tangible in a way na parang yun yung nag-push sa akin to explore the period further. So, yun, Rai.
Yeah. Conscious ka ba? Ang dami kong tanong sa director. Pasensya na kayo. Kayo, next. Conscious ka ba nung ginagawa mo tong pelikula, ginagawa mo tong pelikula, sinusulat mo ang screenplay, conscious ka ba na these issues, these political issues behind, as an undertone in the film, conscious ka ba na nangyayari pa rin siya today? Like mga tulay na nagtigiba.
Yung current WH issue natin. Actually, parang I was telling Christine last time na parang nagkaroon rin ng somehow sariling buhay yung pelikula kasi it was very ambiguous yung first script natin, 'di ba? So somehow yung mga failures natin during the production nag-lead into something na mas somehow hindi pa rin ambiguous pa rin siya, pero may blatant na may blatant pronouncement regarding doon sa kung ano nangyari kay Ivan and everything, tapos regarding doon sa context talaga ng period na yun. So in a way there's parang awareness doon sa proseso, pero iba yung intention. Kasi yung intention was really to commemorate the tragedy, the event, no? And somehow, yung context na ngayon, ay nga parang ganda rin yung sinabi ni Sir Ellie last time na deeply embedded kasi siya sa kultura, sa sistema natin. So, recurring talaga yung mga pangyayari.
Here you can see, that the most personal stories, it's a collective stories of the Colgante tragedy. And you see here that in a collective story, personal stories of people, we, create and have a communal story and story that resonates through time. Pupunta ako ngayon sa mga actors natin. Okay. The question is, kamusta kayo? How do you see your character? You played Doreen, you played Zaldi, and you played... How do you see your character in the film in relation to, your life now? Grabe yung tanong ko, no? Ikaw muna.
Good morning po. Si Zaldi, part siya ng gobyerno, ng sistema. Diba? So parang, and then, hindi po si Zaldi ko yun. Zaldi lang talaga. Serrano yung apelido po ng character ko. Tsaka hindi po ko Chinese. Okay. Akala ko yung nawawalang Ivan, joke lang. Hindi, so part siya ng gobyerno, part siya ng sistema. And somehow, towards dun sa dulo, parang naguhugas kamay siya. Kung na parang hindi ko kasalanan kung bakit nawawala si Ivan. And I guess it mirrors also some of the realities that we encounter right now in the present time, di ba? Yung mga naguhugas kamay sa mga kasalanan na ginawa nila. So parang ganun. So, pero nung sinusulat at ginagawa namin, wala pa tong mga pangyayaring to. So, premonition ba to? parang yung nangyari ng pagguho ng Colgante, di ba? 5 days after nag-declare ng martial law. So do we take it as parang premonition na mangyayari sa bansa natin? Ang daming mga ganong klaseng senyales na pinakita sa movies. And yun ba, nasagot ko ba yung tanong mo?
Yes, let's move on to either Ellie or...
Hello, good morning guys. Thank you for watching the very first showing. Ano nga ba yung tanong?
Yung character mo na play.
I guess one of the pillars of the character I wanted to communicate was the fact that he's powerless to do anything and just trying to do what he can to find his son. I guess I really wanted for people to relate to the character kasi nga siya yung center one of the centers of the story, yung tipong wala ka talagang magawa even though galit ka na or desperate ka na, yung tipong hindi dumating yung order mo sa Grab ng pagkain, tapos nagreklamo ka pero walang nakikinig sa'yo. Yung tipong ganun yung basis. Sorry. Ivan.
Thank you.
Hello po, maraming pong salamat sa inyong lahat sa pagnood. Ako bilang si Ivan yung karakter, siguro nakaka-relate ako sa kanya bilang parte siguro ng kabataan na the film the film asks us a question na paano natin babalansehin yung pagiging yung youth natin at the same time pagkakaroon ng impact dito sa mundong ginagalawan natin. So siguro yun, nakaka-relate ako sa ganung klase ng challenge ni Ivan sa sarili niya. So ayun, as part of the youth ng kabataan, paano tayo makakatulong para mapabuti itong mundo na kinagagalawan natin. Kasi tayo rin naman yung tatanda dito sa mundo na ito. So yun.
Pupunta ako sa gumawa ng music. Take us to that journey. Bakit Bella Ciao? Alam mo yun?
Yeah. Actually, nung pinaplano pa lang talagang padamlagan, mas personal kasi sa akin. Personal kasi sa akin dahil marami ng pelikula tungkol sa martial law, pero walang regional perspective on it. Specifically sa Bicol. Ano bang itsura ng martial law sa Bicol noon? Diba? And parang sa akin as a musician, naging sa akin yung challenge sa akin ay yung pagtagpo ng religious aspect nito at yung political aspect nito kasi yan yung iniikutan ng pamilya ni Doring, ni Ivan, diba? Yung martial law, yung Colgante tragedy. Ayun, kaya nawala ko sa tanong. Kaya yung Bella Ciao, actually yung Bella Ciao talaga, historically ay revolutionary song siya sa Italy, no, na mga manggagawa, at nung lumaban sila kontra pasismo, sila ay nag-armas, no, kaya nagawa yung Bella Ciao from worker song naging siyang revolutionary song. And I realized na what if I write it in Bicol to make it more grounded, to make it more personal, to make it more local. And when I wrote it, it really hits home kasi marami aktivista ang tinitiktikan, marami aktivista ang inahabol ng gobyerno, marami aktivista ang lumalaban para sa ating karapatan at sila ang inuuna ng gobyerno imbis na lutasin ang mga problema ng bayan. And kaya yung paaram, di naman siyang sasagot sa inyo kung nasan si Ivan, pero kayo na bahala. Parang ganun. Yeah, so yun.
You can see the elements of the film is more than what it is, right? Christine De Leon, our producer. Bakit at paano? How hard? Oo nga. Why did you on board on this project?
Okay, I always choose project that I would love my daughter to watch in the future. So, one is it's a female filmmaker. Two is original film. Konti lang ang tumatanggap ng mga producer ng regional film kasi natatakot silang hindi kikita. Pero I always believe that di ba lagi yung sinasabi, may mga, ang daming kwento na, ay paulit-ulit yung mga kinukwento. Pero naniniwala ako sa regional provinces natin, sa mga islands natin. Andun pa yung marami pang kwento, personal kwento na kailangan ikwento. And in their own language. So yun yung vision sana ngayon. Yun. And it's kind of leading to martial law, which is, we always tell the truth, always. Kaya yun.
Babalik ako kay Sir Ellie. How's your experience doing Padamlagan? This is your first feature film. And of course, you're the rock star Ellie Buendia. How is it to be during in Padamlagan?
I really enjoyed the whole experience. Simply put, dahil unang-unang I got to go back to Naga City na hindi ko masyadong na-experience even when I was growing up there because I was just small. And then, nung nag-shoot tayo, parang I really got to see what Naga is. And I got to enjoy the food and get to meet the people again and my relatives. And it was a really, really light atmosphere despite the subject matter and the emotions involved. I really love working with my co-stars, our director. Yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm glad that I took on the job.
Thank you so much. We don't have much time. Magchikahan na lang tayo sa labas. May I hear last message from our filmmaker?
Thank you guys for watching yung first world premiere namin. Laking support and then nabigla rin kami tapos very humbling yung experience dun sa turnout nung yung mga sold out na screenings natin, no? So hindi namin siya in-expect. So parang ang saya lang, and hopefully mai-spread pa yung word and yung pelikula namin, no? Kasi ayun nga, nagkasarili siya ng buhay. May sarili na siyang buhay. And sana mas mapag-usapan natin yung mga issues na itinatakel ng pelikula, lalong-lalo na yung kalimitan nung pag-remember natin doon sa history natin, no? And kung paano yun nagre-resonate sa present nating sitwasyon. So, thank you for all the support and help us spread the word po for Padamlagan.
Thank you so much to our audience. Maraming salamat for joining us today. To our cast and crew of Padamlagan, ladies and gentlemen, the team of Padamlagan. We hope to see you in our screenings. Thank you so much. This has been Padamlagan World Premiere here at Cinemalaya 21. Thank you and good day.
Thank you so much po.